Let's be honest, if you're a coach, you want to be coaching, right? Not spending every single waking hour chasing down leads on just one platform. So today, we're going to break down a powerful framework, a multi-channel growth system that literally works for you around the clock so you can get back to doing what you love.
So let me ask you a question, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. Is your coaching business actually growing as fast as you want it to? You're putting in the hours, you're posting, you're connecting, but it just feels slow, unpredictable even. Maybe it's completely stalled out. If any of that sounds familiar, stick around. You are in exactly the right place. Most of us start out by putting all our eggs in one basket. We go all in on LinkedIn or maybe Instagram. But that is such a high-risk game. One little algorithm change and your entire lead flow can just vanish. It creates this awful feast or famine cycle. The alternative? A multi-touch system. This thing is built for stability, for consistency, and for results you can actually scale.
Okay, so imagine this for a second. Your perfect client sees your post on LinkedIn. A few days later, they're watching one of your tutorials on YouTube. Then they hear you as a guest on a podcast they love. By the time they actually get on a call with you, they don't just know who you are, they already trust you. That is the power of the multi-touch system. It's this strategic network of touch points that makes you the go-to authority in their mind long before you ever ask for the sale.
So how in the world do we build this system without getting completely overwhelmed? Well, we use a blueprint. And that blueprint is the classic 3-stage growth funnel. This simple structure is going to organize every single thing we do, every post, every video, and create a super clear path to guide someone from being a total stranger to a happy, paying client.
Look, this whole journey really just breaks down into 3 logical steps. First up is awareness. A potential client has to know you exist, right? Then comes engagement. This is where you build a real relationship by just proving your value. And finally, conversion, where you make it super easy and natural for them to say yes and take that next step. Every single channel we're about to talk about fits perfectly into one of these stages. All right, let's start at the very top of the funnel. This is all about getting discovered. It's about casting a wide net, but a really smart one. The goal here is simple. How do new, ideal clients find you for the very first time?
Think of these channels as your discovery engines. LinkedIn is your high-trust professional hub. YouTube is for building that evergreen authority. Videos you make today will bring you clients for years. X is for getting fast visibility and jumping into conversations. And you can leverage Instagram Reels to tap into a massive audience with quick, engaging videos. Each one plays a really unique and important role. Now, I know what you're thinking. This looks like a ton of work, but here is the secret sauce. You don't do it all by hand. The real magic is in the tools. You can use something like Expandy to automate your LinkedIn outreach, or a tool like Opus Clip to turn one single YouTube video into like 10 different short clips for all the other platforms. See, it's not about working harder. It's about building a smart, automated system. Okay, so people are finding you. They're aware of you. That's a huge first step. But now, we've got to deepen that connection. So welcome to the middle of the funnel. This is where we go from a quick first impression to building genuine trust and showing off your true expertise. These channels, they are all about depth. A webinar lets you teach for an hour, delivering massive value and building some serious authority. Guesting on a podcast, that lets you borrow the host's hard-earned trust with their audience. And becoming a helpful voice in a niche community, that positions you as a real expert who's there to help, not just to sell something. So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, it means maybe hosting a monthly masterclass to consistently generate warm leads. It means using a service like Podmatch to find the perfect podcast to be a guest on, super efficiently. And remember the core idea here. You want to give away your best ideas for free. I know it sounds crazy, but it is the single best way to prove that you have even better stuff waiting for your paying clients. And now we get to the final, and let's be honest, the most crucial stage, conversion. We've built awareness, we've earned trust. Now it's time to gently guide those interested prospects toward making a decision. This is where a prospect officially becomes a client. For conversion, we use what are called high-intent channels. Your email list is your single most valuable asset because you own it. It's a direct line to your warmest leads, no algorithm involved. LinkedIn DMs let you have those personal one-on-one conversations that you just can't have in a public post. And finally, the clarity call. That's where the real transformation begins. It's a real conversation to see if you're the right person to help them. This is where we build our automated sales engine. So, when someone joins your email list, they should immediately get a welcome and then an email packed with incredible free value. Next, you send them a powerful case study to prove you get results, and only then do you send a clear, no-pressure invitation to book a call. This sequence builds trust and qualifies leads for you on autopilot. So we've covered the strategy, we've covered the channels, but a strategy without a plan is just a daydream. So let's make this real. Let's make it tangible. How do you actually do all this, and how do you know if it's even working?
This right here is your operating rhythm, and this is the key to making the whole system sustainable. It breaks everything down into these manageable chunks. Daily, your posts go out automatically. Weekly, you focus on personal outreach and creating one big piece of content. Monthly, you host your big engagement event. See, this isn't about hustling 24/7, it's about consistency. And that consistency is what builds unstoppable momentum over time.
Let's talk about some real numbers. How do you know if your awareness efforts are actually paying off? You track your network growth. Aiming for 500 plus new targeted LinkedIn connections every month isn't just a vanity metric. It's the lifeblood of your entire funnel. It ensures a constant stream of fresh, relevant people are entering your world, ready to be nurtured. This is your number one indicator for future growth. But let's face it, likes and comments and connections don't pay the bills. This number right here, this is the one that truly matters. Every single post, every video, every email is all designed to lead to this, a sales conversation. The ultimate health of your business can be measured by this one metric. Is your system consistently booking you 20 or more qualified coaching calls every single month? That's the real test. And finally, let's look under the hood of your conversion engine, your email list. We need to know if it's working. An open rate over 30% tells you you're not just another email in a crowded inbox. People are actually interested in what you have to say. And a conversion rate of over 5% from an email to a booked call, that is proof that your message is resonating and your automated nurture sequence is doing its job perfectly. This quote just nails the whole philosophy perfectly. It's not about finding one magic bullet channel. It's about the cumulative effect of being consistently helpful in all these different places. Every single touch point builds another layer of trust, so that when you finally do offer a call, it feels like the most natural, obvious next step for them to take. So we've just walked through the entire multi-touch system, a complete blueprint for moving beyond that inconsistent lead flow and building a true growth engine for your business. The strategy is all laid out here, the tools are available, so the only real question left is this. Are you ready to commit to the 90-day sprint it takes to truly transform your coaching business?